Hey! I just got home and there was some girl in our bathtub. Is this part of your celebration for me finally getting out of the hospital?
Huh? Today was the day that you got out?
I sent you a text yesterday telling you.
I must have forgotten what you said.
You're just going to pull this senseless crap when your wife is getting out of the hospital from her breast cancer treatment?
Hey, I think it's amazing that you were able to make it through the surgery.
But there is some random girl in our bathtub. Whose doing is this, huh?
I would like to think it is her doing.
But how did she get into our house with wearing only lingerie? I don't care how much the truth will hurt. Tell me what is going on here.
Well, could you at least calm down first?
All right, then what should I do to calm down? I can drop all of my things and go over to the nearest cafe and wait for you to give me an answer.
It'd probably be better if you were to just go back to your parents' house at this point.
What?
Because I've already decided that I want to divorce you. You were no good to me once you ended up getting cancer.
So coming home after 2 weeks in the hospital to a random girl naked in our bathtub is your way of telling me that you want a divorce?
Well, it's your fault for getting sick in the first place. With all of that time alone, I thought to myself about what the future would look like for us. Then I decided that I should start looking for another, much better girl to be with.
Well, if you're going to start messing around with other women, at least have the dignity to be with them outside of our house.
Well, do you know how much it would cost me to stay at a hotel every night?
I have no clue.
Well, all of this doesn't matter anyways, and now hurry up and return the house key.
But I still have a lot of my things at that house.
I can just send them all to your parents.
I still need to let my body rest for a little bit before I can go out anywhere far. And do you even know where my parents' house is?
They live in Maine?
So you should know how far that is from us here in Arizona. Now get that girl out of our house so that I can lay down and rest.
She'll freeze being forced out of the house after just taking a bath.
I know that, but where the heck are you right now?
Huh? I'm nearby.
I can tell that you are afraid of me.
I'm at the gas station just down the street from our place.
I can see that gas station from the cafe I am sitting in, and you're not there.
I think you're looking at the wrong gas station. I'm at the one a bit further down the road.
I just walked by that gas station walking here, and it has been torn down.
Oh, you're getting really annoying. Just shut up already.
When someone is backed into a corner, they tend to get frustrated easily. Just like you.
Well, stop trying to torment me and start gathering your things to get out of my house.
Is that all you want?
I already told you that is exactly what I want.
You know there aren't too many girls like me left in the world.
I don't care. I don't want you anymore. At this point, you'd be best off going to a zoo for all I care.
You're pissing me off. I'd watch your back if I were you.
I think you're the one that should have been watching their back. I know that you had filled out some of those divorce forms, ready to be handed in whenever you were wanting to.
What?
Isn't getting a divorce something that you've been waiting for a while now as well? I found those forms in your nightstand, and they were all filled in with your handwriting.
That's...
This just proves that our marriage was a failure from the beginning. So I thought that going out with another girl while you were in hospital wouldn't have been such a bad thing.
Don't act like finding those papers made it okay to cheat on me.
Well, it's terrible of you to start filling that stuff in without telling me. Finding them just showed me that you had already pretty much thrown me out.
I can't deal with this anymore.
Great, get out of here.
My name is Elise Brown, and I am 33 years old. During my 3rd year of being married, I found out that I have breast cancer. And while I was in the hospital, my husband never came to visit me, Not even once. And just as I got out of treatment, I found out that he had been cheating on me. I suppose that was one heck of a good surprise. But even before realizing that he had been cheating on me by finding that girl naked in our bathtub, I had already been having feelings of our relationship falling apart. And I have a very good reason for having that feeling. And it doesn't seem like Matt knew much about how I was feeling at all. At first, I was planning to send in those divorce papers, but after finding out that I had cancer, I decided that it wasn't such a good idea. But man, does the way that everything turned out suck. Now my body isn't only left with scars on the outside, but scars on the inside as well.
Are you back at your parents' house?
Well, I didn't have anywhere else that I could go to.
I got all of your things together because I thought that I should send them over there. But it looks like my girlfriend looked through your clothes and found some that she would want to use.
Seriously?
So I thought that instead of getting a settlement from you, I'd just take all of your clothes.
Are you guys actually being serious right now?
Well, I didn't really care about it much before, but it seems that you have quite a lot of really nice clothing. So she is super happy that it all fits her.
You guys better not lay a finger on the rest of my stuff.
It's fine. You caused me all sorts of trouble getting sick with your breast cancer. So don't start talking to me like I owe you anything.
Don't start thinking that my life was less valuable than my clothing.
But it was because of me that you were able to afford all of this. So, in other words, all of this is mine anyway.
I work to be able to buy that stuff.
Oh, you're a cheapskate. That's why I want you to stay out of our life.
I don't care if you want to throw me away. I just want you to send me my stuff.
It seems like all of your makeup and perfume is high-end as well. When she saw that you had a bunch of Dior fragrances, she almost passed out.
Well, you better tell her that if she uses even a drop of any of my perfumes, I will come over there and literally drench her in sewage water just to make sure that smell comes off of her. Make sure she remembers that well.
Scary. But if you think you can actually do that, I want to see you try.
I was planning to use a lot of my skincare creams after I got out of the hospital, so make sure she doesn't touch that either.
For someone with your skin, you should just lather yourself in olive oil.
Can you guys just forget about my stuff, please? I have done my best to take care of all of my bags and clothing. I have a lot of memories as well with all of my stuff. They are my prized possessions. Please, send them back to me.
Do you think your crying will get me to stop? It is inevitable now. What could you possibly do to me when you're on the other side of the country?
You said that you'd send me that stuff, so you should keep that promise.
Well, maybe I was lying to you. By the way, what is this letter that was in your drawer?
Wait, if nothing else, at least don't open that letter.
Well, when you say it like that, it makes me want to open it.
Stop. I swear.
What the hell? Elise, I love you is written inside of it. Is this from another man?
It's not what you think.
This is a damn love letter. So, you try to hide this from me too? Who's the cheater now?
I'll read it over again. I told you that it's not what you think.
I don't want to look at it again. I cannot believe that you were cheating on me too. You probably used your time in the hospital as a way of messing around with other men too.
Don't try and force yourself to act like an idiot.
Now you've made it possible for me to get more money from you in the divorce settlement.
I didn't do anything wrong. You're just acting like a complete fool. I just have one thing that I ask of you. Stop messing with my things. That's it.
Oh, shut up, you cheater. Someone in your place has no right to ask anything of me.
Right now, it is Sunday morning. I think I can make it to the flight.
What are you talking about now?
I want to fly back over there to get my stuff, but my body is still not fully recovered from the surgery, so it might not be possible.
Well, that sounds like good news to me.
Are you at home right now?
Right now, I'm giving her 1 day to look through all of your things for whatever she wants to keep.
You guys are frickin' deaf, huh? Well, whatever. Do whatever makes you two happy. But because of that, don't be afraid of what comes next.
What the hell do you think you can do to me? Your body is too weak to even make it over here. Oh, so stop trying to act all high and mighty. Yo, who the hell are these two massive men?
They're my brothers. You should recognize them from our wedding, right?
Were they this huge before?
Recently, the two of them have been going to the gym quite a lot. They started to really get into wrestling, so this was the next step. And since they are twins, they strive to have the same body type as one another. They even go by the nickname Gorilla Twins at the gym.
Did they come all the way from Maine?
That's right. They came to get all of my things, as well as that letter.
You would go as far as sending muscle men to do your job for you?
Well, my dad always told them to protect their little sister no matter what. So they are just fulfilling that promise.
But what scares me even more is that they have a key to the house. How did they get that?
We were able to get a copy of the key from that house's realtor.
Huh?
Do you not remember that we were asked by the realtor agent if it was okay for them to have a copy of the key in case of an emergency?
I didn't really think that they would just give a key out to anyone, though. Especially not your henchmen.
All I had to do was ask if it was okay.
But why the hell would they be okay with someone from Maine asking for it?
Because I was the one that co-signed for that house with you. It wasn't that hard for me to give them the names of my two brothers and say that they were just coming by to pick up a spare while they stayed with us for a little while.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Is this how you're gonna get your revenge? I have the law to protect me, you know? It doesn't matter if you try to scare me into submission, I can just call the cops on these two.
Well, doing that isn't going to save you from what will happen to that house.
What?
That house is contracted to be torn down next month.
I have never heard about this.
I told you about this 6 months ago, and I even showed you the contract we were given by the city office. You really can't be bothered to remember anything I tell you. You didn't even listen to what I had to tell you about my surgery.
Then what should the two of us do?
Well, maybe the two of you can find a new apartment to live in, even though the rent is extremely high in that area.
That is gonna be impossible. I only make $2,000 a month.
Well, that's too bad.
Did we get any money in return for our house getting signed off to be torn down?
I did, but I have no reason to give any of that money to you.
But it was for the both of us to put towards a new place, right? And I can't move out to the countryside. The commute will be over an hour and a half.
Well, if you would have paid attention when I talked to you about our housing issue, maybe I would have put half of the money into your account. I was planning on looking into new houses for us, but then I became ill and didn't have the time or energy.
But, well, I was in the wrong this whole time. I was even lying about cheating on you. The girl that you saw in our tub was just someone that I hired to surprise you after you got home from the hospital. That's all.
So we came all this way just for you to tell me you had been lying?
I'm telling the truth. So can you please give me half of that money so that I can find a place to live?
I don't believe you. And why would I give you any money when you already got a settlement from me?
I'll give you back all of your things, all of your cosmetics and clothing. And that reminds me, according to that love letter, you were cheating on me, so I should be able to get more money from you if I get a lawyer.
That letter was from my dad.
Huh?
He gave me that letter a long time ago when I first moved out of their house and told me to open it when I turned 35. He always starts his letters by saying that he loves me.
Really? I thought that it was a love letter this whole time.
Every time I got a year closer to being 35, the excitement in me grew to open that letter. But you ruined that excitement for me. I will never, ever forgive you for that.
Oh, stop worrying so much about a damn letter. I'm about to lose the place that I live in.
I think the only reason you are so worried about that is because you always blow all of your savings on going out with different girls.
I only just began having affairs with the girl that I am with now. So don't act like I've been fooling around with other girls for a while now.
Whatever you say. I know that you have been fooling around with other girls for over a year now. You would always mutter different names while you were sleep talking. Around 10 different names, I think.
And you think that this is evidence to say that I've been cheating on you for that long? Those could all be characters from books that I read.
Well, the names that you had been saying were the exact same names of the people that you were texting on your phone.
You looked into my phone? You broke one of the most important rules for married couples.
You were also looking at my phone all the time, so it goes both ways.
You noticed that?
Because you were always looking at my phone, I became suspicious of you. You were probably trying to find a reason to leave me by looking through my phone, huh?
Damn it.
I just got a message from my brother. He says that all of my cosmetics have been opened up and used. And he says that all of my clothes are covered in a really bad-smelling perfume. You're screwed now.
I'll buy you replacements.
Makeup, perfume, creams, and hair products. All of that together comes out to about $3,000. And I'm not going to wear those clothes now, so I'll have to toss them. So clothing will come out to around $20,000, I think.
What? They couldn't have all been that expensive.
They were all of the high-end brands that I had always wanted. So to me, this all breaks my heart. What's so bad about expecting that money back from you?
So you really do plan to get that money back?
Of course I do.
Well, maybe you should ask my girlfriend to pay you back. I wasn't the one that used all of that crap.
You're just going to throw her out that easily now, too? Does it not hurt you knowing that you burned through all of these women without feeling any remorse for them?
I only talked to most of them by text message. I never actually met with any of them.
You can stop lying to me. I know that you have gone out plenty of times to be with them. I looked at their contact information in your phone, and under their names you had their home address written.
Huh?
I also know that the girl you let stay at our house on the day I came home's name was Alyssa. And I know that the girl you went to see while Alyssa was in the bath was Emily, right?
What the hell?
I also saw that you had intentions of getting married to all of them. It seems they have all been talking about being engaged with you already. Huh?
That was just some jokes we were saying back and forth to each other. We aren't actually engaged.
I even saw some messages saying that you want to marry them once we are finally divorced. It seems that is how you have been playing your cards for the last year now, right? Going out to have separate lives with each of your girlfriends.
But it isn't like I've chosen anyone to be serious with yet.
Cut the crap! I know that you have been planning to get serious with each and every one of them. Trying to buy engagement rings for every single girl. And collecting money from them to put towards the marriage papers.
Stop lying. How many people do you think a man can marry?
And while I was sick with cancer, I thought it would be a good idea to put off turning in the divorce papers that I had filled out. I thought that by waiting it out while I was focused on trying to fight cancer, he would come around to trying to support me again. But every day that you moved further and further away from me was the day that I moved closer and closer to really wanting to send the papers. But finally, the end has come. I feel so relieved to know that I will never have to see your face or hear your name again. Damn, I'm practically crying right now because I am so happy.
But I finally come to realize that I do want to be with you.
Really?
I know that everything that I've done to you hasn't been right, and that I let you down while you were getting your surgery for cancer.
What?
But I finally come to realize that no matter what happens to you from now on, I want to be by your side helping you through it. We've been through a lot, so something as silly as this shouldn't be strong enough to break us apart, right?
What the hell are you talking about?
You know what I'm saying.
I know that inside your head, you're just thinking of ways to keep me around so that I'll give you more money. And if you're nice to me, I'll reduce the amount of money I ask for in the settlement, right?
No, I'm thinking about how strong our love is.
I doubt you would throw away all of the hard work you put in to have all of those girls around you prepared to marry you when I am gone. So this love that you're talking about is one big joke.
Huh?
I think you have even gone to some of their parents' houses already to ask for permission. I'm sure their parents will be upset to hear that you backed out on the marriage, huh? Huh.
That's not something I'm worried about.
I bet you even said that you would do everything in your power to make their daughters happy. But if you really want to get back together with me, you'll need to tell them all that you are running away because you have plans with your ex-wife. Do you think they will all forgive you for this?
But what should I do? What do you think I should do?
I'm not giving you any advice.
Help me, please. My head is about to explode.
Then go right ahead and explode for all I care. After the divorce was made official, I was able to get $25,000 in a court settlement from Matt, as well as another $20,000 in an out-of-court settlement for all of my cosmetics and clothes that he ruined. And as for the other women that learned about him backing out of their marriage, they all earned money from him as well, around $10,000 in total. There are still 4 girls that don't know about what has happened yet, so I will go ahead and send them a letter letting them know what has been going on behind their backs. Matt later had to leave the house, and for a while was bouncing around all of his friends' houses. But after a while, he was able to find a new girl to stay with. She ended up being super clingy, to the point where she was asking if his work was more important than her. So after a while, he had to quit his job to stay at her house full-time. I guess that is the life he deserves after the amount of women he tried to run with. Huh. This was the year that I was able to read my father's letter, as I had finally turned 35. But of course, I was still a little ticked that Matt had opened it a while back. Reading it made me cry a lot, but I think I cried a whole lot more knowing what I had to go through to get the letter back. In the end, I have realized just how strong I am having my 2 brothers to back me up, and that now I will be free to start my new life back here in Maine. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button. Matt, do you know where Sophie is? What are you sounding so worked up for? Of course I do. She's with me. I'm just taking her out for a walk. Kisses. Didn't I tell you to stop just taking her out without telling anyone? Do you have any idea how worried I was? What's the big deal? She's my granddaughter, isn't she? Why should I need to ask permission to take her out? You were busy hanging up the washing and she looked bored out of her mind. Poor thing. You should be thanking me. She has a pediatrician appointment for 4 p.m. Just bring her back quickly, please. I need to get her ready for it. She looks fine, though. She doesn't need to go to the pediatrician. She's been coughing quite a bit for the past couple of days. I made an appointment just to be on the safe side. Is that all? She doesn't even have a fever. She doesn't need to see a doctor. Stop being such a worrywart. With all due respect, it's her parents' call whether to take her to see someone or not. Sophie said she'd rather go to the park than the doctor too, though. Of course she's gonna say that. But she's the one that's gonna suffer if she does happen to be sick. It's better to get her checked out before she starts feeling bad, in case the doctor can prescribe something. I have a lot more experience than you in raising children, and I told you she's fine. Learn to listen to your elders. If she was sick, I'd see it on her face. I remember you promised us you wouldn't do this before Sophie was born, didn't you? What did I promise, exactly? You said you would let us raise her how we saw fit, and you wouldn't butt in so much. Have you forgotten already? I was afraid this is how things would end up. I let you name her yourself, didn't I? I never butted in at all. What's that supposed to mean? You didn't let us. It's our right to name our own child. We didn't need your permission. If that's your only idea of not butting in, I never would have agreed to our living arrangements. We split the house into 2 floors with separate kitchens and bathrooms so we could have our own space. But what's the point if you just come up without warning every day? I'm just making sure you're not slacking off in your duties as a wife. If Sophie could understand, I'm sure she'd be really grateful for my concern. I've told you countless times that I really don't appreciate that. Your own son even told you to knock it off, didn't he? I'm doing this for Holden's sake, too. I'm sure he'd appreciate it deep down. He's just siding with you now to make you happy. Deep down, I know he'd hate to have his wife slacking off on the housework. I know how hard that boy works. It would break my heart if he came home to you lazing around the house, and a sorry excuse for dinner. I'm just helping out to make sure your marriage survives. Kisses. We really don't need your help with that. So ungrateful. You might as well just divorce Holden right now with that attitude. With a face like his, he wouldn't have any trouble finding a more suitable wife. Are you serious? You don't really care about us at all, do you? You're always doting on Sophie, but you don't actually care about her at all, do you? How dare you insinuate such a thing? Of course I care about her. You know, if we end up divorcing, it's Sophie who's gonna suffer the most. Oh, relax. It was just a joke. Why are you taking it so seriously? Stop making those kinds of jokes. Sophie's starting to pick up on it and copy you. Do you know what she said to me the other day? I don't think you want me to guess. Instead of calling me Mom, she just yelled, "Hey, you," at me like you always do. Oh, that's precious. She wants to sound like her grandma. I told her not to talk to me, or anyone really, like that. But I'm worried you're having way too much of an effect on her. So please, I'm begging you. Stop being so disrespectful towards me if you're gonna insist on coming over so often. Stop teaching her such rude things. She just picked up on it herself, didn't she? You can hardly blame me. I'm just asking you to speak more nicely with her around. Is that too much to ask? Anyway, just bring her home already, please. I don't want us to be late for the pediatrician. If you don't, I'm gonna have to call Holden. Okay, I get it already. Poor little Sophie, though. She was so excited to go to the park. My name is Skylar. I'm a 38-year-old mother of 1. My daughter, Sophie, just turned 6 this year. She's the cutest little girl you could ever imagine. My mother-in-law, Pat, definitely feels the same way. Every time I take my eyes off of Sophie, Pat ends up whisking her away somewhere. I've told her to stop countless times, but she always takes Sophie to places she wants to go, like the park or a supermarket and so on. So every time I tell her to stop or to come back, or not to take her out, it just ends up upsetting Sophie too. It's becoming a really big problem. And Pat doesn't seem to have any intentions of stopping, no matter how many times I talk to her about it. At the very least, I wish you'd at least ask me first. If you're wondering how Pat has such easy access to my daughter, it's because we all live in the same house, which I realize now was a big mistake. Sophie, my husband Holden, and I all live on the second floor, whilst Holden's mother, Pat, lives on the first floor. We have separate kitchens and cook separately, but if one of us makes too much food, we usually share with each other. But Pat often throws away my cooking if it doesn't meet her standards. To be honest, I don't think she's a great cook herself, so I'm not even sure what those standards are. Sophie seems to really like her grandma, though, so I really want us all to get along, but that seems impossible now. After a certain incident, it seems like our relationship might have finally come to an end. I'm sure you haven't forgotten today is my birthday. Don't tell me. You haven't planned anything. What? Isn't your birthday tomorrow? What are you talking about? It's today. I think I know my own birthday. My birthday is the 28th of August. The same day it is every year. Yes, I know. And today is the 27th. Oh, that's right. My head's been all over the place recently, having to pick up the slack for my granddaughter's useless mother. Of course you were gonna find a way to blame me for this, too. That stew you dumped on me last night was so bad I had to pour it all down the drain. I'm sure my mind is still pretty rattled from the little bit of it I forced down my throat. I should have just thrown it out from the smell. I'm sorry you didn't like it. You obviously don't need to finish it if you don't want to, but you don't really need to report things like that back to me. I think I do. I'm worried for Holden and Sophie. Someone has to give you feedback or you'll keep putting that garbage on my poor baby's table. If you're feeding them garbage like that every day, they must be miserable. I don't understand why you have to say such cruel things to me. They've never complained about my food, and they usually finish everything I cook. You're the only one who's always complaining about my cooking. I'm just being honest. I can't help it. I just say it how it is. I've always been like that. I'm sure they want to thank me for letting you know how everyone must be feeling. And it really irks me that my precious son married such a useless woman. You can't expect me to just keep my feelings bottled up. I have to stand up for Holden. I don't know what it is about me that you hate so much, but this useless woman is Sophie's mother. I'm the one who gave birth to her. She looks way more like Holden than you. I'm sure his genes are more dominant in her. Thank God. It's just been getting worse and worse year by year. What has? Your cooking? Of course not. I'm talking about your harassment. How rude. I've never harassed anyone. Despite how mean you've always been to me, I've done nothing but try my best to get along with you. I don't really care. I understand you don't care for me much at all. But haven't you thought about how it affects Sophie? With you constantly picking on her mother like this? I know you pride yourself on being honest for some reason, but don't you think being surrounded by people being kind to each other would be much better for her? She's just a kid. I don't think she's picking up on what adults are talking about. You'd be surprised by how much kids pick up on. I've really been trying my best to get along with you. So could you at least meet me halfway and put in a little effort to get along with me too? And the next time you plan on coming up to our floor, can you message me beforehand? And before you take Sophie somewhere, could you ask me? And don't speak so rudely to me, especially in front of Sophie. I really don't think I'm asking for too much here. OMG! Shut up already! It's just as I always thought. I wish Hayden would divorce you ASAP. How could you say such a thing? We don't need someone like you around. My life would be perfect if I just had Hayden and little Sophie living upstairs. I always knew you were selfish, but you're going way too far. There's only one thing I want for my 65th birthday, and that's some signed divorce papers between you and my son. That's obviously not going to happen. I don't know what you're so upset about, but please just calm down and think about what you're saying. I've always just tried my best to get along with you, and I'm still willing to try if you are. Hayden went on a business trip the day before yesterday, and won't be back until the day after tomorrow, right? I can't believe I have to spend my birthday with just his useless wife. What did I do to deserve this? Oh well, it's not all bad though. At least he didn't take Sophie with him. I don't even know what to say. I'm just sorry you feel this way about me. Your place seems to be set up for some kind of party. Don't tell me. It's my birthday party. Didn't I tell you to let me know before you come upstairs? So much for the surprise, I suppose. You've put up quite a few balloons, I see. Marvelous. Sophie really wanted to. We spent a lot of time setting everything up. Can you at least pretend to be excited about it when you see her? She was really excited. That's all well and good. But what's this? What's all this food I see on the table? I guess it might be too much. We'll be back before it gets cold, so please just wait a minute. Don't worry about that. It's my 65th birthday party. I won't allow such mediocre food to be served on such a momentous occasion. So I've thrown it all out. You're kidding, right? Don't make jokes like that, please. That's what I should be asking you. Absolutely pitiful. It all looked disgusting. And what was with that cake? Such heinous colors. Unforgivable. You threw out the cake in the fridge too? Didn't I tell you what bakery's cake I like? You never listen to a word I say. I get my birthday cake from that bakery every year. But the one year it's all up to you, and I end up with this atrocity. Are you deliberately trying to ruin my birthday? You actually just threw it out? Of course I did. Pick up a real cake on your way back. All the food was so ugly it was embarrassing. It looked like it was made by a child. Well, of course it did. Since it was made by a child. What are you talking about? Sophie really wanted to surprise you for your birthday. She worked really hard. Just wait a moment. Sophie made all of that. Of course I helped her, but she did most of it with her own hands. And she wanted to decorate the cake for you herself. She'd been really excited and looking up cake pictures for the past few weeks. She even made a practice cake and spent hours coming up with the design. She was really proud of how the cake turned out. I can't believe you threw it in the trash. No. Please tell me you're lying. What should I do? I think I can salvage most of it. That's obviously impossible. You can't eat something that's been in the trash. It's too late anyway. I just got home and found her sobbing quietly in her room. I'm trying to console her now, so don't you dare come anywhere near this room. She saw. Yes. She didn't expect you to come up this early, but it seems like she wanted to jump out and surprise you. But you immediately went and did what you did. What? Tell her Grandma's done nothing wrong for me, will you? Explain what happened. How can you say you've done nothing wrong? Don't push all the blame on me now. If you just told me in advance, I'd have never thrown anything away. Oh, but you still think throwing away what I'd make for you is absolutely fine. Well, I mean, that would be your fault. Message received. Loud and clear. This should go without saying, but obviously the birthday party's off. Go back downstairs, please. Oh, I have an idea. How about me and Sophie have a little cooking party to make up with each other? We can remake everything together. Tell her Grandma will teach her how to make a much better cake. That seems to be the last thing she wants. No way. The real problem is obviously this living arrangement. Until now, no matter how horrible you've been to me, I've just let it slide and left things as they were. Your own son has even been asking me if I'm really okay with having you butting into our lives so much. But I always told him it's fine. I don't mind. The only reason I put up with it this long is because Sophie really loved you. But what you've done now seems irreversible. I don't think Sophie's gonna forget this or ever see you the same way again. So it seems better for everyone for us to part ways. Just wait a minute now. Sophie's only a child. She hates me now, but she'll forget all about it in a few hours. Don't you think this is a bit of an overreaction? I don't think that's the case at all. I'm her mother, and I think I know her better than anyone. And I think you've ruined your relationship with her for good. Recently, she's really taken notice of how you talk to me, and treat me too. And now that you've treated her the same way, there's no coming back. She just said so herself. How she won't let anyone pick on me either. I don't know why you would have thought Sophie would be okay with you treating me the way you do. What are you telling her exactly? It's you that's making her react like this. I've tried my best to help you, actually. I told her grandma just threw the food away by mistake because she thought it was something else. But it seems like she understands exactly what happened. She's 6 years old already. She understands a lot more than you give her credit for. You haven't talked to Holden about moving out yet, have you? Let's not make that decision so hastily. He's actually here too. He said he won't let anyone treat his wife and daughter like this. Even if it's his own mother we're talking about. I'm glad Sophie seems to take after her father so much. And not her grandma. What do you mean he's here too? He's in the middle of a business trip. That's impossible. This was actually part of the surprise too. He managed to finish up this afternoon and took a much earlier flight back. The reason I wasn't home when you came up was that I drove to the airport to pick him up. I never would have thought you'd come up and ruin your own party while I was gone. I can't believe it. You really did all of this for me. It's like you said, it was your 65th birthday. I know you've always hated me for some reason, but I thought you were still family. I was really doing my best to get along with you. But I realize now I was wasting my time. I'm really sorry. I promise I'll stop picking on you like I have been. And I'll do what you asked, about giving you notice when I want to take Sophie out and everything. So please, let's forget about living separately. It's too late for that now. I should have done this a long time ago. I can't risk you being any more of a bad influence on Sophie than you already have been. Or hurting her as much as you did today, with your childish antics. I promise I'll always ask you before I come up to your floor from now on. You'll barely know I'm around. You made the same promise before we started living together, remember? You said you'd always respect our privacy, if I'm remembering correctly. But you never kept that promise, did you? I find it hard to believe things would be any different now. If you guys really leave, you'll be leaving a 65-year-old woman all alone. Can you really do that? I'm sure you'll be fine. If you're healthy enough to be so picky about food, I'm sure you'll be healthy enough to live on your own for a while. What is Holden saying? Is he really okay with this? Yes. He said I'm moving out too. He's comforting Sophie as I'm messaging you, and explaining the situation to her. Let me into that room! I can talk them around! Don't you dare! If you come anywhere near this room, you'll never see Sophie again. So, this is really happening? You're really going to leave me all alone over this? I guess so. You can't do this! You guys are all I have! I'm actually quite relieved, to be honest. I feel like I can finally breathe. Oh, and please clean up all this stuff for your party too, will you? You expect me to do that? If you feel even the least bit bad about what you've done, at least finish cleaning up. You already started by throwing out Sophie's cake, didn't you? I can't believe this. To cheer Sophie up, and to avoid the possibility of Pat barging in and begging us to stay, the three of us left for the beach after that. We made sandcastles, swam in the sea, and got her a lot of ice cream. It seemed to work well, and she was back to her happy self in no time. We tried to bring up her grandma a few times, to see if she was ready to see her again. But every time we did, her smile disappeared, and she said she hates her. It seems like she's gonna hold on to this for a long time to come. But thanks to that, my husband and I were finally able to make a firm decision and move out of that house for good. When we got home that evening, Pat was just sitting on our couch, watching TV and eating snacks. She didn't take what I said seriously at all. She thought we would just forget about it with time. She didn't even seem to feel bad about what she did to Sophie. It was the first time she saw us in person after that, and she didn't even seem to have any intentions to apologize in person. Can you believe it? So, without talking to her about it at all anymore, we moved out that same week. I wonder what her face looked like when she saw we were gone. We moved to a house near a big park, as per Sophie's request, and the three of us are happier than we've ever been. Thanks for watching until the end. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. See you next time!
Katie, you ugly cow! Don't you dare try to flirt with Tom! Get your dirty hands off of my husband! I'll make sure you regret it if you try to even think about trying it again. In fact, I don't even want you talking to him anymore. Make sure you try to stay the heck away from him!
Mindy? I have absolutely no intention of hitting on your husband, and what are you even talking about? I've never even met him before. Why are you accusing me of something like that? Why are you being so paranoid about me even talking to him when I've never even met him before? I wasn't even invited to your wedding despite being your sister-in-law. You know, thinking about it, it would have been nice to be invited. You told me my only purpose in life was to serve your brother as his wife, but that's still so unreasonable. I can't believe you didn't invite me to your wedding because of that.
Just shut your mouth! You talk too much. I don't consider you as family, okay? That's why I didn't invite you to my wedding. I still don't understand why Alex chose to marry a woman like you. And speaking of that, I'm visiting your house today with Tom. You better not flirt with him.
Oh, you're coming over today? I didn't know that. That's a little sudden, isn't it? It would have been nice if you told us in advance. Does Alex know?
No, I don't have to tell my brother everything, you know. You should be grateful that my mom and dad were kind enough to let you two move in with them. I don't care if it's temporary. You owe them so much.
Of course. I appreciate what they did a lot. But, so, what time are you coming over?
Whenever we feel like it. You better not be complaining to me about it. You don't even deserve to live there. It's my family's house anyway. I can do whatever I want.
I have no complaints at all. I just thought it was a little sudden. Sorry, I really didn't mean to upset you like that, Mindy.
Tom bought some souvenirs when he went on vacation the other day and he wanted to give them to my mom and dad. That's why we're visiting, okay? I really don't want to go, but I have no choice. And that's why I'm warning you in advance not to flirt with him. Is that clear? You stay away from him.
I would never do anything like that, but sure. I'll make sure to keep my distance from him. I'm already married to Alex, and I would never cheat on him.
Well, you better stay true to your words and loyal to my brother. Also, make sure that the entire house is spotless before we arrive. It better be totally clean. You know how I hate dirt. I don't want to see a single speck of dust anywhere in the house either.
I'll do my best to clean the house before you guys come.
And make sure there's plenty of food and drinks when we arrive. Do I make myself clear? I don't want to eat any microwaved food. Make sure you cook something properly from scratch. We'll be there in around 15 minutes.
Wait, what? 15 minutes?
Yes, that's what I just told you. Tom, why did we leave my parents' place so early? I wish you would have spent a little more time with me. I think they wanted to talk to you more. Couldn't that have waited?
Yeah, sorry about that. I just remembered that I had something urgent going on. Sorry, it wasn't something that I could cancel. Anyway, you haven't gone back home to your parents' place ever since we got married. You should relax and enjoy your time there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay the night here, but still, it would have been nice if you were here. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you something. You were talking to our housemaid when she was cleaning the restroom just before you left, right? What were you guys talking about?
Oh yeah, but wait. She's your brother's wife Mindy, right? Not a maid. So she's my sister-in-law, so I thought that I should introduce myself to her. We just talked very briefly and that was it.
So, just introductions? I guess that's fine then.
Why did you just say that she was a housemaid? She's your sister-in-law. Is there something going on between you two?
We just don't get on too well. That woman is a horrible person. Trust me. And she's a loner.
So you mean she has no family or relatives?
Yeah, exactly. She was raised in a foster home and didn't even go to college. She's a low-life idiot and she's so ugly to top it all off. She shouldn't have gotten married to my brother. He only decided to marry her so that she could be a housemaid for our family, actually.
So that's the only reason he married her? And now you guys have a housemaid who works for you completely free?
Yep. She might technically be his wife, but there's no need to treat her like one. She's just a housemaid.
So that's why she was being treated so horribly by you guys.
My mom and Alex said it's totally fine to treat her like that. You can use her all you want as well. There's absolutely no problem.
Well, that's not what I wanted to hear from you. I think that we're gonna have to get a divorce.
Wait, what did you just say? A divorce? What?
Mindy, I never thought you were this kind of person, but I am shocked and horrified about what I learned about you today.
Wait, hold on a minute. Why do you suddenly want to get a divorce?
The fact that you don't even understand why is worrying me too. This decision is final. It is over for me.
Tom, wait! It might be over for you, but it's not for me. Hello?
Hey, Tom. It's Katie. Sorry for messaging so late. We exchanged numbers earlier, if you remember. Have I messaged the right person?
Hey, Katie. Yeah, you have the right person. It's me, Tom. I'm glad we managed to get in touch. I'm sorry about suddenly visiting you today. Did you go through with the plan like we talked? Have you left that house like I suggested?
Yeah, I left the house and packed my things in my bag with me. I checked into the hotel that you reserved for me now, too. So I'm here.
Good. I'm really glad that you're finally out of that house. Good thing I made up an excuse to come and visit that house to come and see you.
That was your first time visiting Mindy's parents' place, right?
Yeah, it was actually. I tried to visit a couple of times in the past, but they usually canceled on me last minute.
Ah, I see. Well, by the way, I was really surprised to find out that you were Phoebe's brother. She's one of my best friends. I knew that she had a brother called Tom, but I never thought that we would be connected like this. You're actually my sister-in-law's husband.
I can totally understand why you wouldn't make that connection. There's so many people named Tom, I guess. I only found out about this recently as well. Phoebe was actually the one who made that connection when I talked to her about Mindy and her parents. The reason I visited that house today was actually to check if it was really you, and it was. I'm glad I found you just like Phoebe had predicted.
I must have made Phoebe worry about me a lot.
Yeah, she's been worried about you for a while. I heard that you suddenly moved out of town without telling anyone, and only after a few months after getting married. She's told me it's been 4 or 5 years since you suddenly disappeared, right? No wonder she was worried about you.
Yeah, it's been 5 years since I moved. A few months after I got married to Alex, he suddenly insisted that we move into his parents' place. He kind of forced me to move with him, and I didn't really have a choice. That's why I couldn't tell anyone about my move, and I've been living with his parents ever since.
Did they force you to change your phone number or something too? Phoebe was saying that she couldn't call or message you ever since you moved.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They took my phone away the day that I moved in. They told me that they would decide who I was allowed to speak to. They gave me a phone, but they would constantly monitor my contacts list and messages. I wasn't able to ask for help at all. The only people on my contacts list was Alex and his family.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
They then forced me to become a full-time housewife. I was barely allowed to leave the house. I don't have any family or relatives, so I didn't have anyone to depend on either, which made it hard for me. They also took away all my savings, so I had no money to run away with. Oh God. It's been so horrible living like this.
So that's what happened to you. Oh my God. I'm really sorry to hear about this, Katie. But don't worry, this will stop here right now.
Yeah, thanks so much for helping me out. And thanks so much for booking this hotel for me and for the $500 you lent me. I'll make sure to pay everything back later.
Don't worry about it, Katie, it's fine. Anyway, Phoebe was the one that gave me the $300 and everything, so thank her.
So this is Phoebe's money? I really have to thank her for everything then.
Yeah, she told me that she's gonna come and pick you up from the hotel when you check out tomorrow morning. Make sure that you rest well tonight. That hotel is located over 3 hours away from that house. I'm sure they won't be able to come and find you.
Yeah, that's true. They think that I'm broke anyway. They wouldn't think that I could take the train for 3 hours to get here.
I really think that you should just divorce Alex and leave that vile family. It might be one of the few chances that you get, so do this now while you have us, okay? You can depend on us for anything.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you so much for this. I totally owe you.
You need to be free, Katie. You deserve so much better in life than this. Phoebe and I both think that, okay?
Thank you, Tom. I really appreciate what you and Phoebe have done for me.
Katie! What the heck is going on? I know that you're the one behind this all. What did you say to Tom? He's suddenly asking me for a divorce, and I know it's all your fault. Also, where did you run off to? You deserve to get punished for this. You haven't come home ever since you disappeared yesterday. Have you gone insane? Are you crazy? You know that you can't do that, right?
Good morning, Mindy. I decided to divorce Alex.
What? You can't just divorce my brother like that.
I'm gonna tell you this in advance so it's easier for you to understand the situation. Your husband, Tom, is one of my best friend's little brother.
What? Phoebe is one of your best friends?
How the hell do you know her? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have that many people close to me because I grew up in a foster home. She's one of the few friends that I have. I've known her ever since middle school. I kept in touch with her even after we both started working. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to talk to her ever since I moved into your parents' place. You know very well why I was unable to contact anyone outside. And by some miracle, your husband Tom introduced himself to me and told me that he was Phoebe's brother. Once he realized the situation I was in, they helped me escape the house.
You lied to us! How could you? You told us that you had no friends or family that you could depend on. You were meant to be completely alone.
That's what I thought. I was lonely and depressed. I guess I did have some people that had my back. It's kind of weird saying this to you, but thanks so much for giving me an opportunity to meet Tom. He saved my life.
Don't you dare thank me. I had absolutely no intention of helping you out. I'm on the brink of getting a divorce with him thanks to all this. It's all your fault. You should have stayed loyal to us. We were kind enough to provide you with a place to live. You better come back now or I'm gonna make you regret ever being born.
I'm sorry, but I don't have time to be talking to you anymore. Phoebe's gonna be here to pick me up soon, so I need to get ready. Goodbye.
Wait, hold on a minute. You can't just go. We still haven't finished talking at all. Pick up the phone! Now! Katie! Okay, fine. How about this then? I'll tell my family to treat you with more respect going forwards. I promise we'll all treat you like family. That sounds good, right? Would you please just convince Tom to not divorce me? I love him and want to stay married to him. That's all that matters to me right now. month already. I think it's time you came back home. There's nobody doing the housework ever since you got a divorce from Alex and left the house. Word got out about you leaving and rumors started to spread around the neighborhood. Alex even quit his job because the rumors were spreading around his workplace too. Now he's always at home and he's really starting to get on my nerves. I've also been forced to do all the housework because Mom and Dad think it's my fault that you suddenly ran away. I've been doing all the housework ever since Tom divorced me and I had to come back to live with my family. I'm begging you to please get back together with Alex and start doing all the housework again. You're the one that's meant to be the housemaid, not me. All our neighbors are judging us and bad-mouthing us behind our backs. I don't think that I can take this kind of life much longer. Katie! Please stop ignoring me and just pick up the phone.
Hey Katie, I hope you're doing well. I heard that you ended up renting an apartment room near my sister's place.
Hey, Tom. I'm doing great, thank you. I was able to get a divorce from Alex and managed to cut ties with that family completely. Phoebe was really kind and introduced me to a company nearby her house. I managed to get a full-time job here and I'm really satisfied with the work that I'm doing. I never thought I'd say this, but I really look forward going to work every day.
It's great to hear that you're doing so well. Make sure you don't overwork yourself though. If you ever have some problems again, let me or my sister know. We'd both be very happy to help you out.
Thank you so much. It means so much to me. There's actually a favor that I wanted to ask you right now.
No problem at all. What is it? I'd be happy to help.
Phoebe's birthday is coming up next month, right? I was hoping that we could do a small surprise birthday dinner for her. Just the three of us. Do you happen to know any good restaurants in the area?
That's a great idea. I know lots of good places to eat in this area. Let me know which days would work for you and your budget. I'm sure I can find somewhere nice to eat.
Yeah, I'll take a look at my schedule and let you know later. We should also get her a gift as well. Any idea what she's into these days? I wasn't able to talk to her for 5 years, so I'm a little stuck on what to get her.
I don't think she's changed at all. She's still that crazy girl that loves playing guitar and has a huge sweet tooth.
She is? Well, I'm glad that she hasn't changed at all. I really want to get her something nice this year. She really saved me. Maybe a new guitar would be something she would like. I'll try think about it.
Oh, I'm sure she would absolutely love that. In fact, I think that she'd be very happy with anything that you get for her. She seems to be in a really good mood ever since you left that house. If there is anything else that I can help you out with, please let me know.
Yeah, will do for sure. Thank you. Thank you for everything. I can't believe that I was finally able to escape that nightmare of a house and get my divorce. What a whirlwind it's been. I hired a lawyer and was able to get back all the money that the family had taken from my savings. I actually worked really hard before I got married and had close to $100,000 saved up, so boy, am I glad I got all of that money back. I also sued the family for the maltreatment and abuse that I received from them in the past 5 years. I had gathered some proof during my time at the house, and the local neighbors also spoke up and testified for me in court. So I was able to receive a further $20,000 from them in settlement. Mindy's family didn't have that kind of money saved up to pay me, so they had to sell their house. I heard that the 4 of them had to move into a tiny, rusty old apartment after that. It serves them right. I heard that they constantly argued, blaming each other for the situation they had ended up in. I'm guessing it won't be long before they're kicked out of that apartment for all the noise they're creating. My life has taken a complete turn ever since leaving that house. I have my own place to live and a job that I really enjoy. And I'm finally surrounded by friends who I know I can trust from the bottom of my heart. And that's all I need in life. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like the video and leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we shall see you in the next one.